was excuse after excuse, and once again he's ghosted my entire family.
That's a grieving mother searching for answers tonight. She's sharing her story in hopes of shedding light on what she calls a questionable Arkansas business. Kassi Shelton's baby died unexpectedly earlier this year. And that's when she bought his headstone from a local business to mark the spot where her baby would lie forever. Well, now, months later, Shelton tells our Catherine Gilker at our affiliate up in Northwest Arkansas that her son's grave remains unmarked.
Shelton is on a mission to track down the owner of Stonebridge Monuments in Barling. Not only does she want the grave marker she's paid for, she's sharing her story to warn others.
It hurts, you know. I feel like I can't completely put my son to rest because nobody knows he's here other than the people who were here when we buried him, you know. There's nothing that says that he's here.
Kassi Shelton's son, Taryn, was almost 5 months old when he unexpectedly died in March of 2022. A few days after his death, they went to look at headstones and were told to try Stonebridge Monuments in Barling. The money she used to buy it came from friends and family.
We all went down there and, you know, filled out the paperwork for it. He told me it would take 6 to 8 weeks. He had it on hand. He actually had a couple because I had picked a teddy bear.
She paid in full at just over $1,800. 6 weeks went by and she didn't hear anything, so she called. He told her he'd called to go over the layout before he started engraving, but didn't. Once she finally got a hold of him, he told her to give him more time. Months went by with her and family members calling and going by there with no luck. Now, 6 months later, her baby's grave remains unmarked.
Was excuse after excuse, and once again he's ghosted my entire family. Now I'm at the point that I feel like I've been taken for my money, which, you know, it wasn't even my money. It was donations from people that supported me at that time of grief.
5 News has called all numbers associated with the business and all were disconnected.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
So I went to the business and no one was there. And inside an empty office, according to Google, the business is permanently closed. We also confirmed with the city of Barling the water has been shut off at this location for months.
I feel like a place of business like that, you got to put your heart and soul into it, and you got to actually have heart for something like that. And it just feels like he doesn't have it.
Shelton just wants to make sure this never happens to anyone else. At one point, Shelton says she went to Stonebridge and men happened to be working on the water lines in front of the business.
Asked them, I said, do you guys know anything about this gentleman? You know, is this something that you guys are doing for him? And they said, no, we have no idea who he is. They told me that I was the 5th person that week, but the 3rd person that day that has come up there and told a similar story.
According to the Better Business Bureau, Stonebridge Monuments has an F rating, the worst rating you can get. As for Shelton, the last time she texted the owner, she told him her loss isn't going to be his gain.
I would be happy with the stone, and I'll take it to somebody else who's actually going to do the work that they say they're going to do.
A heartwarming update to this story. After seeing the promotions on air for this story, 2 separate local men have contacted me and plan to purchase her a headstone for her child. I put them in contact with Kassi Shelton, who says the news of this kind deed is such a blessing. Catherine Gilker, 5 News.
Catherine, thank you. Now, you heard Shelton mention other families who may be going through the same situation. In a similar follow-up in the last 24 hours, numerous people have indeed reached out saying Stonebridge Monument scammed them out of money as well. One family claiming they lost more than $2,000 after purchasing a headstone for a family member. A lawyer also says that she is representing 2 more families who filed civil lawsuits against the company.